This Mazda electric car that is right behind me right now is not a normal electric car. We're talking about a Mazda. I know a lot of you guys hate Mazda, some of you love Miata, but to be honest, let's put those away. Let's just take a moment and think about what Mazda has done. This beast behind me is 4.9 meters long and has this beautiful and aggressive design. As an electric car, this is amazing. Mazda did cook with the design, not gonna lie. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it. Of course, let me think as well. Get a point. This thing is all light all around this. Illumination, even illuminated badge. How cool is that? Pretty cool. You might say, well, it's almost like the Skoda Enyaq. You know, they have that weird light in the middle. Nah, forget about that car, bro. This thing is 10 times better. My opinion. Skoda is good too, but we don't think about it. But let's just take a moment and take a look at this beautiful daytime running light, bro. Look how beautiful this is. This is just so much better. I love the design of this thing. And it's for us sedan lovers. Of course, if you love SUV, you might want to go for a bigger one. You might go for the Mazda CX-80, which is basically a tank or a boat, you want to call it. Or you could also go for something like Opel Randan, which I will leave a mark on my video so you can check it out on my YouTube channel. Anyways, you got 19-inch wheels, which look pretty sporty, but also quite efficient. To be honest, this was not the best color to have on this car. The red version is so much better. It looks fantastic. It's like it is the only color, in my opinion, that matches this car. I don't know. Let me know what you think though. Like, opinions matter. And this thing has so many features standard. You won't believe it. All the features that you have to purchase separately on pretty much any car manufacturers. Volkswagen, Volvo, Lexus, Toyota. It's standard. You got area view or 360 view camera, as you wish to call it. Standard. Everything is standard. The only thing that isn't standard is basically just the seating and also the sunshade for the panoramic sunroof. Insane, right? I don't know. It might be a new car, buddy. Consider it. Get this beautiful front here. Pretty cool. Large mirrors. I like that. Rather have these than tiny mirrors. Fiat type of mirrors. And then you get these nice handles. Smooth, soft. Door closes and opens really nice. Rear looks solid. And obviously, you see the windows roll down when you open the door and rolls back up. Pretty cool. I know, maybe not so cool for many of you, BMW, Audi fans, fanboys. Yeah, maybe touch grass next time. Anyways, you get these beautiful taillights. Get it all over across the trunk. Get a spoiler that will close itself if you get out of sport mode, but this one is on sports mode right now. I will show you in a second. And of course, it has welcoming lights and things like that. Whenever you pull up to the car, it starts going crazy. But obviously, it's quite sunny, and I am in Sweden, so sun is quite rare. But you will get to see that too, hopefully. We'll see. Holy, check the interior of this thing out, bro. You got so much. You get this beautiful fabric across the dash. Look how beautiful that is. It feels luxurious. To be honest, this car feels like an 80,000 euros car. But let me tell you what, this thing is much cheaper on the lower trim. And then you got obviously soft material up here, which is really nice. You have this 14.6-inch screen, dampened glove box with quite a lot of storage, I guess. Reasonable. Nice seats here, fabric, heated and ventilated, standard. So take notes, all the car manufacturers. Nice seat belt. I got my cameraman over here. And then I got this nice panoramic sunroof, which you also have the ability to use the sunshade on the screen. And bad news to you EV lovers and even haters, everything is on the screen. So more like a Chinese car, I understand, but Mazda did it. I mean, it's pretty easy to access things. Well, if you want to access the light, for an instance, you got to access it here. And a bunch of other like high beam settings. Even your windshield wiper is here. If I find it. It is a little tricky because It's my first time, obviously. There you go. You got the windshield wiper over there in Swedish. Not my problem. Get the point. And then you got manual vents, which is nice. I'm comparing this car to the Volkswagen ID7 that I have reviewed earlier. You don't have manual vents. And you don't have buttons on that one either. But this one looks better. And it doesn't cost as much. It's a Mazda 2 for reliability. You get touchscreen with lots of features like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I believe both are wireless. And you also have this gesture control camera, which we can, for an instance, you can take pictures by doing this. It boots up on here. Well, I don't want to take the picture right now, so. And there we go, of course, the radio. I'm not going to play it because of copyright, obviously. But what it looks like, a wireless charger here, which is also ventilated, extra space there, cup holders, like I opened earlier. Just click this. Even more storage in the center console. Storage down here. So much storage. So if you have a purse, you can just put it down there, or you can obviously put it on the seat like any other person. Here, the seats, they have, I don't know if they have speakers, but they have some ambient lighting. I will show that in a second. But it's pretty cool. You get this nice steering wheel here. It feels good. And I have lots of leg room and headroom. And I'm only 177 centimeters, which is considered short to many people out there, but I'm average, okay? Believe it or not. And no start and stop buttons. Press the brake. And you just turn it on like that. So I'm just gonna put it in park. There you go. You got to park. And it has kind of voice assistance, which talks by itself. I don't know how you can turn it off. I think you got to turn it off completely for it to stay quiet. So we're not going to do that since this is not my car. But hopefully in the future when I'm not broke. And obviously blinkers here. And when you blink, you actually get it on the screen here on the left side and right side, which is really cool. Helpful when you turn. And let me see if I can turn it off. There you go. And obviously you have the 360 view monitor. This is quite useful. You get a 3D view as well. It looks good. I would say kind of low quality. I wish it was a little bit more expensive. You know, for this car, it starts around 49,000 euros. But still, I wish it was a little better. Okay, it could have been better. All right, this is not okay, Mazda. Really. But sure, I guess the price explains it. And even the mirrors are controlled in the screen. You just go to somewhere and click something over there with the mirrors, and then you can use the steering wheel controls to control it. And the cruise control, I believe it is here. You press it down while you're driving and it engages. Really nice. So you get this nice fabric on the passenger door. If we take a look, it's really nice. You also have Sony sound system on this thing, and really beautifully made Mazda. I gotta say, I really like this car, and I feel like you should do. So if you hate electric vehicles, that's on you, buddy. You also have these mirrors, no lights, kind of concerning, because every single car has lights, including Hyundai with their clicky button. But have some light here, the gesture control, mirror, normal mirror, no digital. View back there is pretty good. I don't have a problem. This is what it looks like from the driver's side. You have this nice steering wheel, soft. Of course, that lighter thing over there. And the dash looks pretty solid. Have that, obviously. And then you can switch between a couple of things, like, you know, how much you've driven, the odometer, as well as how much power you have consumed. You also have the tire pressure, which is pretty cool. You know, I was not expecting that to be a thing, but you have it. And the steering wheel is manually adjusted. So this is what it looks like, basically, from the driver's side. You got a nice view, mirrors, everything. It looks good. This is what the car looks like when it's actually dark. You got this beautiful ambient lighting. You can actually choose between different colors, you know. And it can also breathe in and out. And it can also change based on drive modes, which is really nice. You also have them in the seats. This is pretty cool, I gotta say. Really nice ambient lighting, especially at night. You have this beautiful purple finish. And even with a brown color, I think it looks really nice. Well, I don't know what color would probably look good with a brown. Probably like some orange, something like that to match the color. This is what it looks like basically. Back in the rear seats, it's pretty comfortable. Leg room, there is some under the seat, but it's kind of limited because obviously this car is not an SUV, so obviously they're not going to jack the seat up all the way to the roof. So you get a point. Comfortable, I guess. It is pretty comfortable. You have ISOFIX here as well for your child seats, and pretty comfortable. You got pockets. Comfortable, I guess. It feels nice. I guess it will be pretty good for long trips. Door looks as good as the front. I have to say this because not many cars do have good rear doors that look as good as the front. And you have these nice, these nice seats actually don't block much of the view from the front. I like the new Skoda Kodiaq, which I have not reviewed, but I have sat inside it. The seats block off pretty much everything in the front, so you can't really see much. And then moving on to the front here, you get controls for the ventilation, and you can also move the front seat, which is pretty cool. You know, I'm trying to get comfortable. Not, of course, the driver's seat. I don't think you want to do that while the person is driving. Can't do that anyway. And you can turn on the climate control here. You just tap it, turn it on, use your temp, and turn it off. And even the sunshade is controlled too. Pretty cool is that there's not one shade that moves across the thing. So you have two separate that move like this. Pretty cool, I guess. Pockets are pretty short, but good enough. There aren't many people nowadays who use the pockets anyway. These used to be useful back when people had newspapers and magazines and things like that. And the seats are still as good as the front. Pretty nice. The brown color is really nice. It's on the highest trim. So, and it's not too expensive. Cup holders, really nice plastic here. Matches really good with the brown. You know, that metallic, not metallic, but you get like glossy, which is really good. And you have these plastics here, the soft plastics. I've seen them in my gym. Never seen it in a car, but you have it, so you can bend it for the cops so they can stay and, you know, don't move. Sony sound system in the back too. Really cool. I must say this is a really good family car if you want to have something sporty, and if you want to, like, you know, have a sedan type. His headroom is quite a lot, you know. There's a lot. Yeah, it is good. I would say there's not much of a problem. So I guess maybe it might be a problem if you're taller, but I personally don't have a problem, and I'm not a ladder. Okay. All right, let's check out the trunk. It's quite sunny. I can't even look at the camera. But see, the door, it opens up really nice. The glass does look pretty large, gotta say. And you have this quite large trunk. I would say it is large enough, to be honest. It's not small, like some cars. Pretty good. And check the length of the trunk with the seats, and it should be around 100 and, let me see, I want to be more precise, around 104 centimeters long, and the width is around, let's see, get it right, around 95 centimeters, I would say. 96, all right, 96. And the length is, height, I mean, it should be around like 40 something centimeters. Let's see if I want to be more precise. It should be right. Possibly, I would say the most you might get around 49 centimeters, maybe higher. And then we're gonna also fold the seats to take a look at what it looks like once you fold it. And in the back seat, there's a button over here, which I will show you in a second. There's a button right here that you press over there, and you press this, and then it releases the seat, and then you gotta kind of drag it down. There you go. It's pretty simple to fold it, and it does look quite flat. So for a sedan, which is also electric, that's pretty good. And moving on to the back here, now we're gonna measure how long it is. With the seats fully folded, I'm gonna move this Mazda bag out of the way and I get that measurement, man. Let me see, I gotta make sure this thing is fully Around 183 centimeters. That is really good. 183 centimeters. You can fit so much in here. So you don't have to worry about having enough space, because you can fit quite a lot in there. So not bad for a sedan, I gotta say. Pretty good with the trunk. It really nailed it with the trunk. And it's pretty simple. If you want to lock, you just double tap it. Something got in the car, I don't know what it was. Or you can just click it. Close. The thing, it's a Mazda, so whenever you walk away from the car, it locks itself. Right now, it doesn't because I have the door open, so you don't have to think about it. But I can try it. I even have the window rolled down. I'm gonna close it and walk away. Keys on me, no hands. It rolls the window back up and locks the car. Pretty cool, I gotta say. Many cars already have this, but I still find it very useful because sometimes some cars, they don't really lock the car, or at least not roll the windows up. As you saw, the spoiler also popped out when I walked to it because it unlocked itself. If I walk away, you'll see the spoiler will actually fold itself back in. Pretty sporty. It's a nice sporty, I would say also a family car. I would definitely buy it if I wasn't broke. If I had a job. Obviously, I don't have a job. I don't make money off of this. I do this for fun. But another cool thing is we also want to check out the Frunk. The front trunk of this vehicle, which you can pop open right here. And also the car obviously tells you that you have opened up the Frunk. So we're going to open it up. And already has jacks built in. You have enough space for the charging cables. This is extra, okay? This is not part of the car. That's what it looks like in there. It's just some extra bag. You have some extra space there. You also have a clog to remove to get if you have liquid in there somehow. Enough space for charging cables. You can also buy a bag like this. Put it in there. Make sure you don't scratch anything around it. And a windshield wiper fluid. Pretty nice, I gotta say. And we're gonna close it in like this. All of this illuminated, back is illuminated. And also moving on to the charging on this car. If you get the biggest battery pack, which is the 18 kilowatt hour battery, you get around 552 kilometers range with a fast DC charging speed of 24 minutes from 20 to 80%. Obviously, you will get longer with the smaller battery pack. It might sound weird, but it is true. It's because it doesn't support the same speed for fast charging, and it takes around 40 minutes instead. I believe it is 68.8 kilowatt hour battery, so it does take a little longer, and 490 kilometers of range around. So obviously it does matter, and it does get affected by many factors. So you can check that out on Mazda's website just to be sure. Alright, now we're going to take the car out for a spin and see what it feels like. Turn it on, you just depress the brake and use the gear shifter, and you'll get going. And I have auto hold off, so obviously the car is going to start moving forward. Just a seat real quick, there we go. It's kind of sunny as well. Quite rare, I must say. And the car is also on sports mode, so we're going to have instant acceleration, which is really important. It is pretty soft, but it's very responsive as well. Go ahead and exit from here. Obviously, you can see your surrounding with the 360 camera, just assisting you. And there we go. We're moving. Have heads-up display as well in this car. It does handle bumps like any other car. I guess it is kind of soft. I mean, it's because it's a new car, so you get the point basically. Heads-up display is nice and smooth. It gives you the speed reading as well, and speed sign and everything. Also how much you're using the throttle and the region braking, which is really useful. So you know you're not throttling too much. I mean, you honestly can feel it yourself, but you get a point. You know, some extra features just for the price. Pretty useful, I would say. And so far everything is alright. View is good, surrounding view is nice, rear view is good. I really like the side mirrors. They are extremely large. And I was gonna say Polestar 2 has large mirrors too, but they are kind of thin. Get what I mean? It feels small. But the view on these are really good. You see everything. That's how good it is. Something that you don't with many new cars out there. We're also gonna check the noise. Right now we do have some noise. But it's a normal car noise, obviously. It's not too loud or anything serious. And even the blinkers, they are not mechanical. Well, if you get what I mean, you just tap it and it will keep blinking until your steering is back in center. That's how it works. So that's how it is. Check the surroundings to avoid cyclists. And brake well, you get like the sensitivity of the brake is really high when you're in sports mode. The car brakes really quickly and avoids all the problems. Really nice. So we got a weird bump here. There we go. Extremely well handling. I really like how soft the steering wheel is. I know a lot of you are gonna say it's because a new car, and I do understand that because it's partly true with some cars. All right, here we go. We're going in. Obviously, I'm not gonna fully throttle here, but you're stopped. Nope. All right, there we go. It's empty, so we're gonna accelerate, and we're already up in the speed. Also gonna blink again because this is the bus lane. There we go, we're in. You gotta tap it again to turn the blinker off, which is kind of confusing at first, but once you get used to it, you'll do it. Wind noise is okay. You can't really tell where it's coming from. I think it's because of the tires they have on at the moment. They are quite loud. I don't think they are very good tires, because that's where the sound is coming from. Because I don't hear any wind noise from anywhere. It is the tires, and of course the road condition and those things also affect the quality of the car. I have to check my right mirror there, but it feels nice on the highway. And for cruise control, there we go. Cruise control is on right now. The car is, you turn it on over here. We have also lane assist, lane keeping assist, and things like that. So it does the job really nice, keeps you stable. The steering does feel much harder when you have that cruise control on. I think that is a safety measure or something. And you can also see it on windshield with the heads-up display. The car's view is a lot different from other cars, so you kind of do swerve a lot to the right, but you will get used to it after a while of driving with this thing. It's something that you will get used to in the future. This is something that I'm not used to because I usually drive a Lexus, and it's Lexus NX, and it feels different from this car, obviously, because it's an SUV, and it's a lot different. So I'm going to slow down here and turn off cruise control because I'm going to merge right. And I don't want to accelerate too much because the bus is in front of me. Now we're going to merge slowly, keeping our distance as well. And to turn it off, you just click it the other way and it will turn off. You slow down a lot when you turn off cruise control. So be aware, when you turn off cruise control, be ready to accelerate. And then it's very responsive when it comes to accelerating. You see, tiny bit of acceleration, this thing shoots itself forward. Should you purchase this car? I would say definitely. It's not overpriced. It's actually on the limit. It starts from 49,000 euros and up to somewhere around 54,000 euros. Depends on each country. You know, some countries might have it for a cheaper price. Some might have it for a higher price, depending on the taxes, obviously. But this thing, standard, you get on the lowest trim, you get everything, pretty much everything. Heated seats, cooled seats, all of it is on the car. And it has long range. It's sporty. It looks cool, tough in every way. And the highest trim, you get that brown seat and, you know, the sunroof shade and all those stuff. It's fantastic. This car is just beautiful in every way. It's like the best car you can purchase. Sporty design, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. This thing is dope. Fire. This is the car that makes you think twice when you say you don't like electric cars. It will change your mind. It feels so good. Heck yes. Buy this car if you have the money for it. If not, just broke like me, you know, get a job and then buy the car. Obviously, if you have any other favorite cars, drop it down below so I can actually reach out to my close dealers to actually collaborate with them. And I hope if they watch this video, please collaborate with me so I can actually review more cars and reach more people. And let me know what you think about this car though. I low-key do want to know what you guys think, because this is a very different car. It looks so different and definitely something you didn't expect from Mazda specifically. And like always, if you like this video, go ahead and smash the like button. And hey, if you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe to not miss out any car reviews made by my broke, goofy fella, Automotive. And if you don't like the video, let me know, please. Even if you do, drop your suggestions. I want to know what I can do better. If I need to give more information, I can dig deeper for some countries, nearby countries, and give you a much more detailed description of the car. And if there's a specific thing you want to test, you want me to test, actually, not, I mean, you can test it too. If you obviously go ahead and test drive the car, but if you can't or don't want to, you can tell me and I can actually test it on my new cars. And even the cars I've already reviewed, I'll try to collaborate again and make it happen. All for you guys. Don't forget, subscribe for new videos. Stay tuned, fellas.